This is Carl Eller, and you're watching the One Bar and Lepagas show.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepagas show. I'm One Bar, and it is the morning after Vikings are officially 3-5. But there were some good things, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about five players that we need to see more of in the coming weeks, because you know what? They gave us a little bit of hope. Before we get to that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit up our Patreon page, $2 a month. That's it. Patreon, get a mystery video, shout outs, and swag giveaways. So be sure to hit up that link down in the description. But let's talk about five Vikings that we want to see, that we need to see. And when I say gives us hope, I mean for the future. I'm not talking this year. I'm talking maybe for the future. There's a theme to these guys. They are all fairly young bucks. So let's start off with the easy one. Kene Nwangu. Come on. Let's just move him up to number 2 running back. I love me some Alexander Madison. I think Madison, it could be a very good number 1 on a lot of teams in the league. But as a number 2, usually you want that shifty guy, that playmaker. Kene Nwangu is all of that. We got to see a little bit just on a kick return and a fake punt. I want to see him in the backfield. I want to see him catching screens because I think the Vikings got quite the little gem there. I remember when we drafted him, I didn't know what the hell just happened. I was not happy. And guess what? I am a fool. I am dead wrong because he's going to be good. I love that. I love Kene Nwangu. So get him out there, mix up this offense. He gives us a chance to take a very stale offense and throw some extra wrinkles in it. And this offense needs a ton of wrinkles, just like old ball sack. So next up, Mason Cole. Yes, I am going with Mason Cole. Cole had a pretty damn good game yesterday. And, when you look at what he did with the Cardinals previous to coming to the Vikings, it was just kind of so-so, seemed to be almost borderline not great. But yesterday, maybe it's because Bradbury has just been so awful. Mason Cole looked good, even though his PFF, I think it was like 74 or something, did very, very good. And here's the big point here. Mason Cole is actually younger than Garrett Bradbury. Cole is 25. Bradbury is 26. Might have a center for the future, and I fully expect the Vikings to go back to Bradbury as soon as they possibly can. We know how they feel about Bradbury. They love the guy, and I fully expect to see him. But damn it, I would love to see more Mason Cole, and maybe even at guard, because we all know we're not putting Wyatt Davis out there. I think after Udo got hurt, we throw in Brandel. If Brandel would have got hurt, we probably would have put a Luke Stalker there because Wyatt Davis is not going to see the field. So maybe Mason Cole will. I'd love to see more Mason Cole. Next up, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Let's go defensive lineman here. Kenny Wilkis. If you don't love Kenny Wilkis, you have no heart. You have no soul. That guy was all over the place yesterday. He was a couple plays away from even having a couple sacks. Kenny Wilkis, the guy that we saw in Michigan State, just nonstop, getting after it, gritty. Love Kenny Wilkis, and he is barely played. I think he's played in 2 games now. He is fresh. So with the injuries to Neil Hunter, DJ Wanham, DJ Wanham had a pretty good game yesterday too. Got to give him a little bit of love, but I think they're going to be mixing in a lot more Kenny Wilkis, and we're going to get to see what we have there. Same with James Lynch. James Lynch again, seeing some time just because of some injuries, but he's played pretty good. I mean, considering last year where it was almost like, is this guy even going to make the team next year? He could not get on the field, and the ginger snap, he's in the backfield. He's making a mess of things back there. So James Lynch, again, a very young player that could contribute to this defensive line. When I'm talking Wilkis, when I'm talking James Lynch, it's not like I want to see these guys start by any means. I just want to see them out in the mix. I don't want them buried at all. We drafted James Lynch fairly early. Let's see what he's got. Kenny Wilkis, diamond in the rough. Mason Cole gave up a 6th-round pick, and Nwangu, again, another early pick. This final guy, Cam Bynum, again, another early pick. Fantastic. And we're not just going to hope to see him more. We're going to see him next week because Harrison Smith is out, and Cam Bynum will have a very tough task going against that Charger passing game as well. So we'll get to see if Cam Bynum was just a flash in the pan or if he's legit got some potential to be a starting safety for the Vikings in the coming years. We got Xavier Woods, we got Harrison Smith. So seeing more of Cam Bynum is going to be a little bit tough when Harrison Smith comes back, but maybe they can mix him in in the coming games because damn, did he look good. And seeing him in preseason, I thought he was just a train wreck. So when he got to start yesterday for Harrison Smith, I was just thinking this is going to be a complete shit show. And he showed up and balled. Again, PFF, he was one of the top rated Viking. He might have been the top rated Vikings defensive player out there. So those are my 5 guys. Those are 5 guys I would love to see more. Guys I didn't mention, like I said, Wyatt Davis, while I'd love to see him, I'm starting to come to grips with the fact that we're just not going to see him for some secretive reason that the Vikings know, and maybe it's legit. But those are my 5 guys. Let me know in the comments. Hit up the Patreon page down below, and remember, subscribe, like the videos. We'll be back damn soon starting to talk to Chargers.